Hello from Vienna, and thank you for joining me for today's Junk Journal with Me episode. I'm using the prompt for Junk Journal January from Meg Journals and Mia Journals, I think it is. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. I have them linked in the description box below. So this is going to be a very simple spread, and I'm using a part of a card that I had received quite a while ago, and I really love it, and it fits perfectly to today's quote, which is a piece of nature. So I just tore off that part of the card that I wanted to use, and I'm going to tip it in with some washi tape. So here I'm just going through some of my options that I thought would work nicely, and I end up choosing this one just because this turquoise blue worked so nicely together with the pink, which I always like. So I'm just going to attach that here. And I'll attach it with another washi on the back side once I know what I'm going to do on the back spread. So I thought I was going to use watercolors, but while looking for my other watercolors, I came across a few of these gelatos from Faber-Castell that I have, and I haven't used them in forever, and I actually thought I had them. I only have a few colors, and so I thought, since I saw this blue and I thought it would match so well with the blue on the card, I thought, let's give it a shot. I had no idea how it was going to react on that book page paper, but I thought, let's just try it out. And the other one is like a goldish bronze kind of tone. So they are much more pastel than watercolors, as you can see, and they feel kind of like creamy crayons, waxy creamy crayons, except of course, as you see, they are water soluble. So they're quite interesting to work with and look different depending on how you use them or on what paper you use them. There's various techniques you can use these for. You can look it up on YouTube. There's amazing things you can do with them. And so here I'm just going back and forth between adding blue and gold, just scribbling it on and then using my water brush to dilute the paint, or the gelatos I should say. And they have such a cute form too, they look like little lipsticks. And then I decided to just rub the blue with my fingers because it seemed like the water was diluting it too much, and I really wanted this blue to stand out more, so that worked really well, smudging it with my finger. And I just quickly dried it with my heat gun off camera, but that only took like not even a minute because it wasn't very wet anyway. So here I'm just quickly cleaning my brush, trying to be good to my art supplies. And next I take some cheesecloth, which I got from AliExpress, by the way. I think it's in the second to last haul, the link if you're interested. And I'm using my trusty Recollections clickable alpha stamps. You can find those on Amazon. And my vintage photo ink or oxide. And here I'm going to stamp that quote directly onto the cheesecloth, and I'm starting with the last word first, just for spacing reasons. I love the look of that vintage brown on the cheesecloth, it's just great. And I'm stabbing it in not too close to the edge so that I would have space for fraying it. And I also wasn't sure yet whether I would keep those words together or if I would cut them each out separately. So I tried to stamp in a way that I would have both options. So I'm just gonna cut them out. And I just had to leave them just in two pieces rather than doing every word separately. And now I'm just fraying the edges and just cutting it down a little more because they were a bit too wide for me. Because at that point I had made the decision that I want to mount these not directly onto the page, but first on some coffee stained paper scraps that I had left over from other projects. This has got to be one of my very simplest spreads ever, but it's okay. It seems peaceful when I look at it, and that's what I like. So here I'm just tearing down to the size that I like. And then I had to ink up the edges of those. I'm really trying to do that a lot less in this book, but there are pages where I can't like not do it. It just adds so much to the whole look. And the glue I'm using is just a regular white glue. It's not a fabric glue or anything, it's not necessary. And then I wanted to add another like accent on the page because it was very bare, and I was checking out these little metal butterflies, and I wasn't sure about that, so I had another page with these leaves on it, and I saw this one which kind of reminded me of the branches of the tree, so I thought, well, that would be good too, so I placed that up there. Just trying to move them around a bit to see what works best, and going back and forth between the two and couldn't decide. Very indecisive moment, trying to rearrange it again. Not feeling it totally. And then I realized there was a bee as well, and so then I decided, okay, it has to be the bee. I like that the best. And I also wanted to include the bee because you know, apparently the bees are dying out, so that kind of fit for me with a piece of nature, because it's a very, very important piece of nature, these bees. So I just used the same all-purpose glue to glue that down, and I thought I could kind of clamp that down, but that didn't work, so I took it off again because it was raising its behind. I was pressing down in the front, so I just left it and it just dried just fine like that. So now I'm just putting those down. I'm loving the colors of this page. This turquoise is so beautiful. And then I wanted to add the date on the bottom, and I didn't want to use the recollection stamps because I thought the font was too big, and so I just used this new stamp, and I unfortunately inked it up too much, so there's a T I think there after the 6, but oh well, so shall it be. And that concludes today's spread. Very simple. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Bye.